Let me tell you guys, I messed up. I'm so happy to be back. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Drusilla Shay, if you don't know already. And today, I'm gonna be telling you guys how I did my makeup for my Ghanaian wedding. Pretty much, the time was coming close. I did not secure a makeup artist. At some point, I was just like, I feel like I can pull this off on my own if I just try and do some research on like how other people have done wedding makeup. So that's what I did. Just put it out there. I am not a makeup artist. I'm not a professional, but I feel like I've gotten to the point where I am a little bit more comfortable doing my makeup. However, I still feel like when it comes to wedding makeup, like special occasion makeup, I still needed to make sure I had all my, what is it called? T's crossed and I's dotted. So I did my research. I watched a ton of videos and I feel like my makeup came out pretty good. So we're gonna get right into it. So guys, first up, I had to make sure that I did some really good skincare and I exfoliated because whenever I apply makeup and I have like dead skin on my face and it's all like flaky and stuff, I can actually see it through my foundation. So I just wanted to make sure my skin was really smooth and moisturized before I actually apply my makeup. Also, if my skin is really dry and I apply foundation, my skin tends to overproduce oil, so that's when I actually get more oily. Also, I made sure I had certain things on hand. I had this little razor on hand in case there were like some hairs under my brows that I just needed to like take care of because I wanted a really clean look. I had a whole roll of Bounty. You never know when you're gonna need it. And also, most importantly, makeup remover wipes. You just really don't know when you're gonna need to wipe something off. It's really helpful to just have these things on hand. This is how I started off. I made sure, you know, of course, my skin was nice and moisturized, and I made sure that I applied some lip moisturizer. Who wants to apply anything to dry lips? Not me. Before I even applied this, actually I exfoliated my lips. Like I did a whole lip scrub. You want it to look very smooth. You want your lip products to look like it just glided on your lips. And for me, I have an oily T-zone. So I baked it up. I baked for so long. I think that was the first thing I did when I got into the bridal suite. I baked with this Laura Mercier setting powder, and I'm sure most of you guys know about Auntie Laura. This is the translucent medium deep powder. I literally took my sponge, which is always damp. If you don't use damp makeup brushes, you should try it out because it helps with the application. Like it actually makes the application smoother. I just applied that translucent powder on the areas that I know either crease up a lot or get oily a lot. And for me, these smile lines crease up quicker than anything else on my face. I know a lot of people apply under eye, but I really don't apply that much. For me, I don't have too many problems creasing underneath. It really just depends on the concealer that I use. This is how I looked for like a good 30 minutes. I was just let my face bake. It's bake. She's still in the oven. So guys, the next thing that I did was I applied my brows. Brow before foundation, gang. I would really recommend if you're doing any makeup for a special occasion, please do not play yourself. Make sure that you're using products that you're familiar with or that you've tested at least 2 times. I did not try anything for the first time that day of my wedding. I just wanted to make sure that it worked well with my skin. I didn't see any creasing. I didn't see any, you know, crazy sliding on my makeup or anything. When it came to my brows, I used my Anastasia Dip Brow in dark brown. I just used, oh, is this upside down? And I just use my angle brush as I normally do. I just want to do something that I was familiar with. And of course, that day I happened to struggle with my eyebrows the most. Go figure, the day of my wedding. So when it comes to brows for me, I have to start off making the arch first. And that's why it was important for me to make sure that I shave or get rid of the hairs under here, because I literally go according to the shape that has been made. Okay guys, so as you can see, I've done my brows. They're not perfect under here, but I will clean them up with some concealer. The concealer that I use is this NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop contour concealer in the color Mahogany. I really like this color because it has like a really nice yellow tone to it. So I took the applicator and I just dabbed some, not too much, just dab some of that concealer underneath my eyebrow to clean it up. And of course, if I need more, I'll add more, but you know, you kind of want to start small and then add more rather than adding too much and then like messing the whole thing up. Then I just took my angled brush and blended it in. At this point, I'm done doing my brows. I highlighted underneath them. And if you made it this far into the video, I just want to say you might as well subscribe. You've been with me with the baking. You've been with me with my brows. Like, you just in this for the long haul. So you might as well just go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. And while you're at it, you might as well just turn on your bell notifications so that you will never miss any of my uploads. Just saying. Okay guys, so at this point, this is when I start working on my eyeshadow. Back in the day when I used to watch a lot of beauty YouTubers, I never understood why they use transition colors. I mean, I know it's called a transition color and it helps to transition the color, but I legit felt like, oh my gosh, it didn't really make that much of a difference to add this dark color up here. Sis, it makes a big difference. Adding a transition color helps to make the actual color like on your lid pop. Like, it makes it stand out. So I use the Morphe and Jacklyn Hill palette. I use the shade called Secret right here. That's what I use on my outer lid. So you guys can see it's darker than my skin tone. So I just applied it out here and toward my crease. I know right now I look like a raccoon of sorts, but trust me, it's all gonna come together. Just trust the process, okay? Sometimes you gotta look crazy in the middle of the process, but the end is just beautiful. Also, applying this dark color here actually makes my brow look more highlighted, which is nice. I'm just gonna blend this out a little bit more because I feel like it looks darker than this side. Okay guys, so now that I've done my outer crease, which I know y'all think probably looks crazy right now, I use Maybelline Lemonade Craze on my lid. I felt like they had really nice, pretty, neutral, wetting, acceptable tones. So again, wetting my brush. I use a mix of things that day. I use citrus and main squeeze. So I use this and this color. And that's what I'm gonna put on my actual lid. Okay guys, I legit feel like this side is so much darker, so I clearly need to blend this side out more. Okay, I feel like that is so much better. Okay. Anyway, I've been baking this whole freaking time. Now I'm just gonna press the rest of this powder that's left in, which you probably can't see too much because most of it has set into my face, which is what I want. Let me tell you guys about this foundation. Okay, maybe I'm late to the game, okay, but it's called the Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation. Let me tell you a little shot about this foundation. I felt like my whole life changed when I applied this and I realized how long lasting it was. I've been looking for a foundation like this for all my life. By the way, I keep spraying my brushes, but I don't even know if I told you guys which setting spray I'm using. I'm using Urban Decay D-Slick setting spray. So when it comes to foundation, it's so important, I think, to build up. You don't ever want to put too much at first. As I blend and I see that I need more, I just build up. I don't bother putting foundation under my eyes because I use concealer under my eyes. Please do not forget your neck when you are blending. Oh my gosh, it's so important because it will show in pictures. What I will say about this foundation, it does dry down pretty quick, so you gotta hurry up with blending. So now I am going to actually take my contour stick. This is the Anastasia Cool Earth Stick Foundation, and then also go around my edges because you don't want there to be a harsh line between your foundation and your hairline. Sometimes you can see the difference also in pictures and it's not cute. I'm going to use my Can't Stop Won't Stop again underneath my eyes. For this concealer, I didn't let it dry down too much. If you wait a little bit too long, it will be hard to blend. By the way, my beauty blender is still damp. I would not blend this out with a dry beauty blender. Okay, now I'm gonna take the opposite side of my blender and just blend out this contour. I'm gonna go back in with my Mercier setting powder, go underneath this contour just to kind of make it stick out a little bit more. I'm using my Milani Rose Doro Baked Powder Blush. Oh my goodness. I don't think I use primer. Guys, I forgot to put on primer for you. Let me tell you guys, I messed up. In the beginning, I used, like on the day of my wedding, I used 2 primers. I used the NYX Shine Killer primer, let it sit for like 5-10 minutes, and then I went in with the Porefessional primer, let that sit in for 5-10 minutes, then I baked. When it comes to long periods of time when you have to have on makeup, at least for me and my skin type, I would definitely recommend using like a really good primer or 2 if needed. Anyway, I just bring my blush around town in the same areas that I was contouring. So blush is done, and now I'm just gonna go in and do my cat eye. I use the NYX 2 Timer eyeliner, and the reason why I use this and I like it so much is because, first of all, it's a duo brush, so it has like this tip right here, and it also has this pointed tip. So I actually use this tip for my cat eye, and I use this tip for under my eye. And I love these kinds of tips when it comes to cat eyes because it makes it easier. Like, it's already shaped like for the perfect cat eye, and it's not super wet. It's so easy to mess up a cat eye. Unless you're a pro, cool, but if you're not a pro doing cat eye, please do not get a super wet liner. Like, it's too risky. I'm gonna move on to defining my eye by putting some eyeliner on my waterline. See the difference between this eye and this eye? Like, this eye is definitely more defined because of this one simple addition. This is the point where I blend this out. I am quite generous on the setting spray because if this is gonna be long wear, honey, we need layers. So you guys are probably also wondering about my eyeliner, like, is it waterproof? I took a chance with that. I didn't really foresee myself crying much. And also when it comes to eyeliner and mascara, I don't ever have issues with it running, and I don't ever have issues with it like falling down my cheek and my eyes ever. Like, I know some people have an issue with that. I don't know if it's because they like touch their mascara or rub their eye or whatever, but I just never had a problem with that. But I feel like on such a special occasion, you probably should play it safe and do waterproof mascara, waterproof eyeliner. Day of, I actually did not put on mascara on my top eyelashes because I had my eyelashes done the day before. The reason why I even needed to get my eyelashes done is because I wanted that natural lash look, and I'm not a pro at applying my own lashes. I clearly don't have on fake eyelashes now anymore, so I'm using my Giorgio Armani Black Ecstasy mascara. I did get a little bit of mascara at the top here. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna show you guys how I fix my eyeshadow whenever I get mascara on it. We've come a long way, guys. So I'm gonna be using my Physicians Formula Warm Nude highlighter. Just gonna dab that on here. See this natural glow? I'm just gonna pop that also under my brow. Oof, you saw that? Saw that shimmer come through? Wow. Put some here at the tip of my nose. A little line here. And right here above my lip. To fix my eyeshadow that was messed up, I wait for my mascara to dry. I go in with my angle brush and the same eyeshadow that I've used, and I very, very gently and carefully go over the spots that I've gotten mascara on. and voila, it's like it never happened. With my lips, I use the NYX lip liner. This is in the color Mahogany. I just wanted like a slightly darker lip pencil. That day I also actually lined all my lips, like not in this color, but I also put like a little bit of liner in the middle, because I find that when I line like my whole lips, even when my lip gloss fades away, it still always looks like there's some type of color or lip product on my lip. I'm skipping the middle part because whatever. I told you guys. I told you. I let you know. I'm going to be using my NYX Butter Gloss in the color Strawberry Cheesecake, which is actually a color that my sister-in-law let me use day of. I was going to go for the more natural, very neutral tone look, but she suggested I do this one just to give y'all a more accurate depiction of what my lips look like on that day. I actually already had another color on my lips. I had this NYX Tiramisu color on my lips because this is like my favorite color. So I already had that on. I'm just gonna mix these. Okie dokie. This is the final look. Alrighty guys, what do you think? Like, do you think I did a pretty decent job for wedding makeup? Clearly this was also not my hairstyle. If you guys have any questions, comments, tips, please go ahead and leave them down in the comments box below. Please do not act like you gonna be all up in this video and not hit the subscribe button. And while you at it, just go ahead, hit the bell notification button so that you will always be up to date on my newest uploads. All of the products that I use will also be in the description box below. And guys, stay tuned for my future videos and let me know what you guys want to see. Bye.